Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, what was intended to be a historic moment of unity among African nations quickly turned into a charged political spectacle after Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, launched a scathing attack on South African political figure Helen Zille during the Pan-African Leadership Summit. The confrontation, which left the conference hall in stunned silence, marked one of the most intense moments of the summit and has since sent shockwaves across the continent. The summit, attended by dozens of heads of state, regional leaders, and influential political figures from across Africa, was meant to address strategies for continental integration, economic independence, and security collaboration. However, the atmosphere shifted drastically during a heated policy debate on the role of Western partnerships in African governance. During the roundtable discussion, Helen Zille, the former leader of South Africa's Democratic Alliance and a vocal proponent of liberal democratic models, made remarks criticizing what she called the authoritarian drift in parts of the continent. Without naming names, Zille argued that some leaders are leading their countries down a dangerous path of isolationism and militarization. Ibrahim Traoré, who has become a symbol of Pan-African resistance to Western interference, did not wait long to respond. Rising to speak with noticeable tension in his tone, Traoré took direct aim at Zille, sparking gasps and murmurs in the crowd. "We know very well what you mean, Madam Zille. Your words are nothing new to us, we've heard them from every colonial governor and every so-called expert who came to Africa preaching about democracy while stealing our resources. Let me be clear, Burkina Faso will never take instructions from those who used to enslave us. You do not get to decide what leadership looks like for Africans anymore. You criticize the way we defend our sovereignty. You call us militaristic. While your governments armed warlords and sanctioned economic strangulation for decades. Enough is enough. We will not allow your voice, or any voice like it, to derail our revolution. Africa is not your playground." Security personnel briefly moved toward the stage, unsure of whether the situation would escalate, but Traoré remained in control, gesturing calmly but firmly as he returned to his seat. Helen Zille, visibly rattled, attempted to respond but was cut short by the moderator who quickly moved the program forward to avoid a diplomatic meltdown. By the end of the day, social media across the continent was flooded with footage and commentary. Supporters of Traoré hailed him as a fearless truth-teller, standing up to what many perceive as the lingering shadow of colonial influence. Critics, however, called the exchange unprofessional and feared it could damage diplomatic relations between West and Southern African regions. Political analysts are calling the moment a turning point in the tone of Pan-African politics. "This wasn't just about Zille," said Dr. Musa Touré, a West African political analyst. "This was Ibrahim Traoré drawing a clear line in the sand. He's saying that Africa is not interested in being told how to behave by former colonizers or their ideological descendants." As the summit continued behind closed doors, the echo of Traoré's words remained in the air, raw, unapologetic, and unmistakably African. Whether the confrontation will lead to greater unity or deeper divisions remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, Africa's political landscape is shifting, and voices like Traoré's are no longer on the sidelines.